Hey guys, it's Leffen. I'm back here in North America. Finally done with all the visa, bullshit, And yeah, so I'm just here in SoCal again, and I thought I'd answer some questions. And yeah, we're just gonna do an Ask TSM episode. At Ryu Echo, do you expect to win Evo 2017? Evo's always like the tournament that like no one can like for sure know to win because it's best of 3. But yeah, I'll say it like this. Going into Evo, I expect myself to have the best chance out of anyone going in. Whether or not like my, let's say 30-40% will be in, like, it won't be 100% to take it home, but I'm going to make damn sure that like I have the best odds going into it. And then if the best of 3 screw me over, then that happens. But I want to make sure that I'm like, I've done everything I could going into next Evo. All right, at Firefox, but with PH and a 0. Do your parents and family support you career in Super Smash Bros? Yeah, they were always pretty supportive. Some people were like, oh, well, you traveled to like Genesis when you were like 16, and I went to Apex alone and stuff like that. So they were fine with it. And Sweden in general is pretty forward thinking when it comes to video games. There's a lot of like esports and general media and stuff like that. And they've also just been supportive. None of my parents like really know about the game, but I think my mom tries to watch, even if she only watches like to see the score. At MJF Blaze, kill, marry, kiss, Mango, Armada, Hungry Box. These questions, man. This is gonna be hard. I feel like I definitely can't marry Mango for sure. I feel like he and I just wouldn't work out long term. We'd fight a lot. So I guess I'll kiss him, and then I'll kill Armada because so I can be the one Swede, and I'll marry Hungry Box because he seems to have his act together. He can provide when Melee dies in 15 years and I'm broke. He can provide for us with this engineering job. At the Silly Smurf, which underrated character has the most potential in Melee? Well, this question is kind of hard to answer because some people don't. Like, it depends on what character you personally rate low. But I think, like, there's a bunch of characters. I feel like the characters that are low tier and hard to play are generally gonna be underrated. Like, for example, Mewtwo's super hard to play, so he's kind of underrated. Yoshi was underrated to play before Amsa and me and V-Man brought him up. Who else? Young Link is probably a little bit underrated, but, like, if you just play casual, then obviously the easy low tiers are going to be the best. I feel like Pichu kind of gets a bad rep. Like, he's definitely not Bowser tier. He's like a worse Pikachu, and Pikachu is high tier. So I feel like, yeah, there's no way Pichu can be one of the worst characters in the game. Because he has pretty good frame data, pretty good dash dance, But yeah, it honestly depends. I want to see people push low tiers more, so yeah, get out there, I guess. At Start Space Tony, who was more satisfying to beat, SFAT or Chillin' Dude? I think both of them were really fun to beat, but in different ways. Like, Chillin' Dude was more like I knew I would win, but I won in like a really funny way. SFAT was more like that was more skill. That was more like I didn't have much beef with him, but he had beef with me, and I just wanted to like shut down another challenger kind of way. And I would probably say Chillin' Dude was more fun to beat, just because like it created so many fun memes and jokes, and the My B thing will always be remembered. And like that also led into me money matching Mango, and then I beat him as well. So yeah, it was honestly just a really memorable thing. The SFAT win was still very fun for sure though. At Kerson asked, favorite thing about Melee and why? There's so many things, and like sometimes I just think like, oh well, this thing is like super fun. I mean, like my favorite thing to do is to play good players and stuff like that. But one of the things that I like the most that isn't really Melee, it's just like when you see a player play, even if you don't see the name, even if you don't see the player cam, just by looking at the character move, you see which player it is. Like every player has such freedom of choice when it comes to like movement, combos, text go, like it doesn't matter. That just by looking at the character you can kind of tell like, yep, this player's good, yeah, this player's top 6, nice, he's kind of top 30. When you look at PP's Falco and Mango's Falco and Westball's Falco, they're all different, even though they're all super good as well. And that kind of like character to each player is one of the most fun things, because in other esports I feel like because the meta changes more, it's more patched, like you don't get as specialized, and some other games like Street Fighter and such, they don't really have that much freedom in the different ways you can play. So yeah, it's probably that. It's just like the uniqueness with each player. At SSB and Blizzard, who is going to be your number one to beat in 2017? I mean, people always do this, and they ask me like, oh, which one of the top 6 do you want to beat the most? And like, to me, it's honestly just like, who beat me last, or who's the best right now? Kind of a mixture of both. And like, I want to beat Armada because he's been dominating. I want to beat Hungerbucks because he's been doing good. I want to beat Mango. I want to beat Mute King. Like, I just want to beat whoever faces me in grand finals, you know, like that's kind of the thing. And then sometimes I'll beat someone, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm done. I beat you, and now I want to destroy another player. So like, I'm not like very set in my ways. I don't have one player I like to play against way more than the other top 6. I think all of them are really fun to play. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the questions, and yeah, keep watching me, TSM. It's gonna be a big year, 2017. I'm gonna do great things.